Okay, so hello everybody, welcome. This is the Jaggerlins podcast Fallout edition. See, I am in Indiana, my home state, my lovely, lovely home state, home of the Cardinal. And AJ is still in California with his camera, so this episode will be a audio only episode. Fucking deal with it. But the good news is we got a good buddy in the podcast, Mr. Man of Bow.
That would be me.
We'll keep that name low key for now. But yeah, don't use it as a right to fly off the ropes on this because I edit it and I don't want it to be a pain in the ass.
No.
All right. But regardless of that, we're gonna have a good time. We have a lot to talk about. In inspiration of the new Fallout show, we want to talk a little fucking lore with you, motherfucks. You good old boys and good old gals, the people of the wasteland, fans of the wasteland and lovers of the wasteland, and proponents of nuclear fallout. Because of this game alone, this is it's a big deal for us. Bowman and I are both probably the two people that we know that have spent the most time on this game. And I think we just want to talk some shit. Where do we start, brother?
Eventually, I know I like how you and AJ always do like the movie pitch. So eventually, I want to get to where do we think Fallout 5 should happen? I think that's a good topic. Do you want to start there? I think that'll kind of open the door on just some of the greater points of how we can continue this beautiful story.
See, here's the thing. I thought Fallout 5 is not renewed. I thought Bethesda didn't renew the Fallout thing. Like, I don't think they have a renew for it. Like, is there a plan for Fallout 5?
Yeah. Oh, no. 1,000%. Todd Howardson's even said, like, yeah, don't worry, it's still going to be in America. Like, always going to be in America. That's what Fallout is. We are never going to go to another country. But there will be a Fallout 5. 100%. There will be a Fallout 5. Now, as to when, who knows? I think we're going to have to rely on the Fallout TV show to kind of advance the story here.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, because they're going to have to be careful crossing timelines with the show because the show's going into some deep waters as far as I just want to talk about this first, honestly, more than anything. First of all, I forgot the pitches. I forgot writing pitches, but we can just talk about the Fallout 5 and that pitch. That's fine. Or we can talk about the show too, what they should do, or what I think, what we think they should do.
100%.
But one thing major is that I want to talk about how good the show is and how good I think the show is, at least, and how well they executed like the translation of game actions into the show. Like when they do the stem packs or like when they're doing psychos, like even showing it, like the jet was crazy because I always saw jet with the red tube, but I never thought of it as like a jar on top of like a
right.
What is that shit? Asthma, inhaler.
Yes. And like on top of that, not just how they incorporated like the true items and the locations of Fallout, but some of the traits and perks of Fallout, like Lucy's brother being like the tiny frame perk where like you're weak but you have like way more intelligence than others. The way they incorporate the hacking scene, I know we've already talked about
the hacking scene is the coolest one.
Yes,
the
so
hacking
much
scene
fun.
is so sick. I was like the DiCaprio fucking meme. It was fucking snapping at the TV alone in my room, just desperate in the darkness, bro. It's sad as shit. Just getting off to the Fallout show because it's just what we need.
In one of the Fallouts, there's a perk called Idiot Savant, and I think that just that incorporates Maximilius the most. Just actually an idiot, but somehow like in terms of just surviving the wasteland and being like he's one of the more capable people.
Oh, the dude from I thought you were talking about Rico from Hannah Montana. I thought you were talking about the kid who's in.
Oh no!
Oh,
You're talking about the small frame
perk.
Yeah. I'm talking about the brother. So as far as Idiot Savant or like
brother,
he's the brotherhood of steel.
The brother in the hood of steel. No, he's the best, dude. I was at a wedding this weekend. The dude there was a guy there that looked identical, and I had to be like, "Yo, have you seen the show? Yeah, you look just like this dude." But yeah, no, it's who's your favorite character so far?
The Ghoul. Oh, by
Yeah,
1,000.
dude, Walton Goggins
If your
is the man.
favorite character isn't the Ghoul, you didn't watch the show, dude.
He's the man, dude. Anti-hero. Why is it so easy for the anti-hero to be the coolest shit ever? Like, it's the dopest archetype for any sort of show character. It's
like-
always a success.
Cause like when you're backing a faction, you just have to like cuck for them. Like Lucy she just inherently is just like, oh, we're vault dwellers, we want to help. And Maximum is just more like, oh, like I'm Brotherhood, we have to do Brotherhood thing. He's just like,
He's like,
I'm
you
the
can't
Ghoul.
trust anyone.
Yeah, like it's just me. I just want to find my daughter and shoot whoever dropped the nukes.
He's not even trying to make his cock explode on the regular, dude. I have to make my cock explode every night before I even can sleep. Jesus Christ, this guy, his priorities are somewhere else, which is good because whenever I play Fallout, that's the best part. The dialogue where you're just like, this guy is fucking wacky to think this way. You ever go into Camp McCarran? We're bouncing all around the place. This is fine though. This is all Fallout related.
It's
But
great.
you ever go into Camp McCarran and you see the assassin in heavy metal armor named like Buster?
Yes.
And he's like, I'd rather have my ass raped or something. He's like, what does he say? He's like, I'd rather not. He's like, I'm a little. He says, I'd rather not make money than have my ass raped. You see, I'm a little sensitive about my ass. So it's the best. It was always my favorite thing as a kid when I was playing New Vegas. I was like, how did I find this fella, this Buster?
This Buster.
Hold up, I gotta find that skit, or not skit, but dialogue option.
But no, I mean they just did such an excellent job in the show in the set pieces, in the aesthetic, in the representation of different skill sets, like different ways you would build your character. I like that we have 3 different main characters. I feel like that is inherently Fallout, which I thoroughly enjoy.
Yeah, I was a little worried it was gonna be a badass chick the whole time, and I was like, gosh, dang it, man, they really do this to my favorite thing. But it was all right. She's cool. She doesn't like, you know what I'm saying? She's not too badass, and she keeps it cool.
Yeah, I mean, like they put a chick in it, but they didn't make her gay, so it's like not that bad.
Yeah, she might even know the difference.
I don't know.
She was offering to make his cock
she is
explode.
an avid lover of the cousin stuffing. I think that's undeniable.
Dude, she banged that dude right after marrying him and never even met him. That was probably, I'll be honest, bro, that was probably the best poon that fiend had ever got, bro.
Oh, for sure. Also,
No doubt the cleanest.
I would be checking people for radiation before I let them inside of me. Kind of a dumb chick move, just saying.
I mean, what does he have, a glowing dick? How do you determine based off?
I mean, there were some pretty obvious signs.
I mean, he was a raider. He was a raider. They made him look like a hot guy, dude. They made him look like this big, hot, young dude. And she was like, I'm ready to bang my husband. And then he was like, yeah, I'm going to stab the shit out of you, you dumb broad.
Dumb whore.
Everyone's dying here today.
Thanks for the greatest pussy of my life.
Yeah, that was nice. I don't want it again. All right,
I don't even know how to handle this, so I'm just going to stab you.
What's your internet password? All right. Where do we leave off? She was getting banged by the raider.
Yes.
All right. So I guess in Fallout 5, we're going to go back all the way back. I don't know. It'd be cool to see them do like the South. It's really the only one they haven't done yet.
So personally, would love to see a Fallout Chicago, but there is a lot of pre-existing lore built that area is pretty much like dried out and mostly uninhabited. City of Chicago, I think, is still okay, like being on one of the Great Lakes, but I know like basically in the Fallout world, the Mississippi is dry, like does not really exist. Probably more of a divide.
I'm thinking more like Florida to Louisiana.
So
Like the bayou, have some gulpers.
The correct answer for me is Texas. Texas is the best possible location for Fallout 5. Multiple metropolitan areas, so close to New Vegas, where whatever we find out the canon ending of New Vegas in will most certainly affect the area of Texas. It also gives us sensational DLC opportunities. It's not that far away from New Orleans. I would love a New Orleans DLC.
Yeah, I'm not at the bayou.
So
Go ahead now, put some butter on the grill now. Throw on your Throw on your alligator now. But now you're gonna go ahead and put on your Cajun seasoning, boy. Baby. I love those guys, dude. Live for those guys. You seen those guys? The Louisiana guys? His brother, son and dad who just throw 2 sticks of butter on the grill.
An absolute recovering crackhead. Like,
Dude.
you can tell he was in the throes of it in the early 20s.
I think he's just been shooting crocodiles since he was 6 years old exclusively.
I think he's been shooting heroin since he was 6
No.
years old.
Don't put that smut on my guy's name, dude. I fucking love that guy. I want to have him on the show. He's the best, but he'll never be on this show.
Dream big.
Huh?
Dream big.
Dude, I can't. I want to have Josh Sawyer on the show, but I'm too scared to reach out because everybody who I've messaged has not even responded. One person responded, and they're like, I just don't trust myself to give you a recording of me talking nonchalantly. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I respect that, even though I'm not like a menace. I'm not like a news tabloid who's gonna take you in your natural state and expose that to the world in a negative light for views. But it would be funny.
A lot of self-doubt out there in California.
Yeah. Well, this is actually a dude who's from Carmel, and he's like real successful, and he's like basically like an OnlyFans pimp. He like owns a company that runs like OnlyFans accounts for girls, and he has like a lot of models that he basically owns the rights to their bodies. He's awesome.
Gross, dude. No, you can't describe a guy like that as awesome.
Nah, he's rich as shit, dude. And he's
irrelevant.
He's younger than me. He's rich as shit. And it's not that. It's not like he's forcing them to do it. They were already models, and he was like, listen, if you work for us.
Right. No, but the fact of he's getting money because he's good at flirting with dudes.
He's not running the accounts. He has like teams of 30 Filipinos doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's actually what he's doing, but that's what I assume all those chat teams are. I assume all the chat teams from OnlyFans.
I'm not going to twist his words. I'm not a tabloid. He probably has Filipino women doing it in a sweatshop in his basement.
Yeah. No, they're just in small cubicles, dude, with folders that block their work. They have folders have to block their work, and they're just chatting away, trying to get dudes to come in the chat. Dude, have you ever, dude, I think I was telling you yesterday, and I've told AJ before, I'll genuinely go on OnlyFans and troll the chat teams.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into just Jagaloons talk. This is supposed to be a Fallout edition Jagaloons, but it is a very funny thing on that last note. It is so funny to just say random things to OnlyFans chat teams and see how they react. Because it is just like probably some dude in a third world country getting paid like $12 an hour to be like, baby, will you come for me? Please, baby, come. I just want to see your huge cock. Yeah. Just typing this out.
So if you have an OnlyFans, you're probably gay because you're just talking to another man while looking at a picture of a woman.
You know, it's something to think about, but I think the main thing is you're just like
desperate person.
You're a desperate individual. yeah, extremely desperate individual.
Yeah. I have a few claims to fame. One of them is I do not now, nor have I ever had an OnlyFans, and that's a point of personal pride for me. I can't lie.
That's all right. Yeah, I mean, I had one for a minute, dude. I had one while I was in my last relationship, but I wasn't like making shit. I was just following girls that I saw on Instagram, and I was like so horny sometimes. I was like, I gotta see what her tits look like. I have to see. And like they're not.
I cannot continue my day without knowing what those titties look like.
And they're not on the internet for free because usually I'll just bootleg it. You know, I always bootleg the OnlyFans. That's what I always did. In the great words of Kanye West, I always bootleg the OnlyFans off Reddit. But sometimes it'd be low key, and it'd be like, I follow this person on Instagram forever, and it'd be like, dude, it's about that time. It's about that time I figure this out. Get down to the bottom line. Open up Pandora's chest. And if you know what I mean.
There is...
Her name was Pandora. All right.
There is a surprisingly low amount of pornography in the Fallout universe, I'm coming to think about.
I mean, we don't have sex work.
Pornography-based skill
sex work
book. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, there's like hookers and like sex slaves throughout. There's no doubt about that. But I'm talking about pornography. Like, we've yet to find like a sexy message for the pit boy left behind. We've never seen like a pit boy porno. There's no skill check magazine where it was just like a Playboy. We have meeting people. We have guns and bullets. But where's the boob and vagine skill book.
It's true. There should be a Bob and Vagine book.
Bob
You
and
should be able to
Vagine
find like there should be like an old school Playboy. That would be kind of cool, and it like increases your luck.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
That'd be cool.
Or seduction attempts. I think that's the
Yeah, but that's like a whole perk in its own right. Like you get the lady
killer. Yeah, yeah. That's.
Or I think
fair.
the other one is the gay one is eligible bachelor or something like that or something.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
I don't take it every time.
Who would take that perk? Certainly not me. Certainly not.
I had
me.
to have taken that perk one time for laughs, dude. Just like maybe my brother's account, just fucking around. That was like the best times, dude. When my brother, who had the problem with drugs, he would be withdrawing. We would play Fallout. That's like one of my best memories. We would play Fallout 3 and listen to Lil B, like listen to old Lil B mixtapes. And I still remember vividly. We were upstairs in my top room in my parents' house, and we're fighting the behemoth super mutant, like the one that you have to let out of the cage in Fallout 3. You remember? Do you remember exactly?
Yeah. It's like way out far. It's like on the far edges of the map. There's like a whole raider camp around. I'm familiar.
I forget. I know it's in a raider camp.
Yeah,
so I know that. But yeah, and yeah, I remember like fighting him, like just trying to learn how to use mini nukes. Because for some reason, my first Fallout New Vegas attempt was so feeble. It was the best though, like the naivety of the new player and without knowing anything. Because I played New Vegas first, and the naivety of just being able to like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill this person right now. It's just fucking not to deal with them.
The ability to revert a save was like, whoa, like, and just there's no consequences.
What's it called? Surfing? What's it called?
Save scumming.
Scumming?
Yeah, save scumming.
I think it's. Is it scumming, really?
Yeah.
That sounds.
That's
sounds about right.
That's a more familiar term I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I love a game of choice. Like I remember that first playthrough. Like I would hit every single dialogue option. Like I would revert. I would like find out. Like I would spend so much time like going back. And that's what I hate about playing them now is I know all the dialogue. I played them so many times, so I'm just like skip.
Yeah.
Like because
there's
I ain't
some
got time
stuff
for all that.
This recent playthrough. There's some stuff where I'm learning like I'm reading it, and then there's some other stuff while I'll listen to the whole dialogue, and I'll be like, "Oh, I've done this before." Like Elder McNamara, like listening to him, he's the one, right, where you first go to Brotherhood of Steel. He's the one who's in charge, and you there's the option to have that paladin and help him get to Elder.
Yeah.
Like I did all that this time, and at the very end, he said something, and I was like, "Fuck, that rang a bell." I remember what this is now. I remember this whole conversation.
My latest playthrough, I took the time to actually read like some of the entries. And like I found a lot of cool stuff. I was like, oh, like if I had actually like fucking read that through, like there is so much lore added to the universe by actually just like reading the fucking terminal logs and shit like that. Yeah, which is nice.
For sure. There's also a bunch of pointless shit, and that's what veers people away from it, especially even myself. Like there is a lot of funny stuff, but you got to be a real nerd to like read a log in context, and then be like, oh my god, there must be another log somewhere else around in this house, or like that has more and it finishes the joke or whatever. You have to be really running a nerd run on it, which is the best. It is the best, but oh my god, is it time demanding.
So on this most recent playthrough, my whole goal was to just find evidence that supports my theory that the house ending is the canon ending to New Vegas. And this doesn't support the entire theory.
You proposed this to me, and I still don't think there is enough evidence to say that it is the case, but it's interesting nonetheless. Didn't mean to interrupt you. Please go on. Please continue. Please, I'm sorry. Please.
This is not like my like if this is true, then obviously House wins New Vegas. But in one of my arguments for like House winning New Vegas and the connection
make
to
sure you're
the
pointing
show.
the mic at your mouth.
Okay, gotcha.
Got that. But you just don't.
Careful, I'm a big guy. You put this close to my mouth, I'm gonna take a bite.
It does. It is glizzy shaped. So,
but one of my theories of what we are going to learn in season 2 of the show is that Vault 21 was not actually sealed off and filled with concrete. There is a deeper part of that vault still with similar to Vault 33, like people in stasis from pre-war. And in reading, going through all the terminals in the vault,
you think they're going to be healthy still?
Yeah. They're going to be pre-war. They're going to be in cryo chambers, like our protagonist in Fallout 4, like all the people in Vault 33.
Wait, I thought he went in there, and it was just people in cryo chambers.
Exactly, and that's what's in Vault 21 on the New Vegas Strip. In my
Oh, I know.
Vault 21 on the Strip, you can only
it's the
access
hotel
the
right now in
first
the
area.
game.
Yeah. And what they all say is, well, House filled in the rest of it, which I think is bullshit. One of it being is one of the terminals in the vault. You can click like, oh, life support systems, air ventilation, vault controls. And every time you click all three of those, it says the same thing. Only has access from Mr. House. So all of these life support systems, all of these things are still running, are still functioning throughout the whole vault, solely under House's command.
Yeah.
And that's just one of those things where it's like, oh, I finally like sat down, read through some of the terminals, and like, oh, like there's part of the connection that supports like my theory of like what we were told about Vault 21 is a sham Vault 21. The one on the Strip is going to be a large part of the show in season 2. We are going to find more of pre-war America in this vault, in my opinion.
That'd be cool. Dude, I really don't even know what the Strip is, what they're going to make of the Strip. The Strip looks like it's fucking out of business. And looking at the chart, so it's
15 years.
15 years later.
15 years.
So I mean, it's 15 years. The Battle of Hoover Dam is in 2277. So it's 15 years after the Battle of Hoover Dam. Anything could have happened then. I think the only thing that I can guarantee that they're going to do is the fucking Legion has got to be out of there. Legion's got to be done.
1,000%.
Caesar was on his channel.
Caesar is not the winner of New Vegas.
No, he was on his way out anyways. Someone's
Yeah.
going to take over for him anyway soon. So maybe there is still the Legion, but they're run by someone else for sure.
There are going to be remnants. I have a couple things to kind of connect them to the current chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel we're seeing. I think a lot of the remnants of the fallen Caesar's order kind of end up indoctrinated into some of the smaller sects of the Brotherhood. The current chapter of the
Brotherhood does
we
seem
see-
huge.
Yeah.
They make it seem like I mean, obviously they had to do it because the Brotherhood of Steel suit is like
iconic.
It is the icon.
It is. Yeah,
it is the icon. So
Fallout.
it has to be the big deal, but yeah, it seems like they've really targeted that as a big focal point.
The section of the Brotherhood that we see in the show is incredibly Legion-like. If you didn't pick up, they are the only Brotherhood chapter we've seen so far that rock the red color scheme outside of the Outcast and Fallout 3.
Well, the scribes. I mean, yeah, the scribes in all the Fallouts were red. The scribe robes are red.
Yeah, but not not all of the banners. The banners are traditionally the banners. Dude.
You gotta correct your mistakes before I do, bro, because I will fucking shine a light on it.
The banners of previous sects have always been very, very different colors. None of them really incorporating the red too much. And just the head of our chapter of the Brotherhood in the show is a very Caesar-like figure.
I'm not trying to laugh, but the when we get into this mode, especially you right now, you just hit the same cadence as James from Love on the Spectrum. You're like, the banners, the same colors.
It's all symbolic.
It's actually very symbolic. You see, you watched Love on the Spectrum?
No.
Oh my God!
So
dude.
that the reference way over my
Please,
head,
bro. Oh my God, hold up.
I'm afraid I'll see too much of myself.
That
And
is
and
what's gonna
that's part of
happen.
the
But trust
problem.
me, you want it. You need to know. It'll help you. It'll help you.
I like a little bit of self-awareness. I can't be fully self.
No, you have to be fully self-aware, dude. That's the only option. If you don't put muscle on your chicken, you're whipping a chicken.
I do believe what falls of Caesar's Legion that does get incorporated into the Brotherhood of Steel. They have very similar kind of ideas of just like rankings. Like you're here to fight. You're here to say it's a natural transition.
But I was gonna say no. They're always dickheads. If you listen, if you spit dialogue with all those guys, they're always, especially in Fallout 4, dude. That dude is such a fucking dick, dude. It makes you not want to do any missions for him. The main guy who wears the Bane coat,
Elder Maxon.
dude. Elder Maxon, dude. He is
so cool.
He can be such a
so
bitch.
Cool. Okay,
Look at here.
I certainly would like to have more. So For example, you've seen my beverage belt, but that belt is made of cheap synthetic fibers
Sheep synthetic. That's how you were talking about.
I've had
banners.
enough Fallouts, but I would like another Fallout.
This guy is the man, so I'm not making fun of you, but it did make me laugh about how if we get to talking Fallout, we're both fucking
gonna spurg.
We both belong on that show.
I love spurging. There's nothing better than like it just scratches the back of my brain getting to spurg out about topics that I
Sometimes it does too, because I'm like, oh shit, I know about something. I actually know something.
Wait,
Holy
what?
shit, I'm surprised myself. I didn't know I knew anything.
Yeah, my brain is 80% like Fallout lore, and then just like the other 20% is just cycling other information in and out constantly.
The other 80% is just like laughing at memes.
yeah. Dude, I have a crazy.
It
meme
is
Rolodex in my
Idiocracy,
brain.
dude. I'm like already. Have you seen Idiocracy?
Oh yeah.
I'm already Dak Shepard in Idiocracy. I already see him.
The worst part is you don't realize you're not Dak Shepard in Idiocracy.
Dude, the worst part is he's way better than me. He's way better off. At least he has a TV besides his fucking house. Yeah, dude. I'm just literally sitting instead of my big TV in my chair, I'm laying in my bed looking at my phone going, big boobs. It's fucking, there's nothing else to me.
I've always liked the idea of like if I like people are like, oh, if I got sent back in time, I'd be like a billionaire. I'd like change civilization. Dude, if you sent me back to any time before like electricity, like the world would change me much quicker than I change anything about the world. I'd be like, you guys don't know about electricity, and they're like, how do you make it? And I'm like,
I'd be like, what's the Wi-Fi code?
yeah. Let me Google that real quick. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. If I was stripped from Googling things that I want to know at 4 a.m. when I'm almost about to enter REM sleep and totally destroy my sleep cycle, if I couldn't do that, I'd be devastated.
Yeah, I would just instantly slip into medieval times. Just be like, damn, coulda. Like, how do you do all these things? That's a great fucking question. I don't know. I mostly just jerked off and played video games when I was in 2024. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'd do something, dude.
So
I figure something out.
I have more supporting evidence of why House is the correct winner of New Vegas, and the biggest one being Hank McClain making it all the way to New Vegas from Shady Sands, like Central LA. If this was all supposed to be deep NCR territory, especially into New Vegas, there's no way he makes that walk as like easily one of the biggest villains of the NCR currently.
Well, I mean, we talked about this before. It's not like there's not NCR, but they might be shit. Like, we saw how fast the ghoul fucked them up.
Yeah,
the ghoul fucked up the president's fucking guards in 2 seconds. The big dude, whatever his name is, he's in a Russian dude in another show. I think Boardwalk Empire or something. But oh no, he's Goron from Barry.
Oh shit! Barry? Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
he's the president of the NCR, and so when they take him to the ghoul, when they take the ghoul to him, the ghoul just fucks up his main guards in 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, they're definitely like, and I think House winning New Vegas, I think is a large part of that because.
But here's the thing: what if we get to New Vegas and there's a different guy in charge that already killed House?
I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
I'd be.
It's just as possible.
Unless it is our
it's just as possible that
from New Vegas.
It's just as possible that I don't know if the right term is proverbial, but the symbol of the courier is who is leading New Vegas now. It would make sense why the power's out.
It's a talk. I believe. I think we are going to find out how the Battle of Hoover Dam ended. I think it will be House, but I think like 15 years is a long time. I think we will develop past that, but we will find out what actually happened at the Hoover Dam as far as the true canon of fall is concerned. And I have to believe it's House because unless you pass the 100 skill speech check at the end of the Battle of Hoover Dam when you're talking to General Oliver, you can get him to do it peacefully, but realistically, he's like, no, fuck that, we're fighting. He just absolutely gets rocket murked by an army of Securitrons, and I think that forces House to kind of push them out, and I think that turns the downfall of the NCR, and then later, like, you know, the Fall of Shady Sands and stuff.
Okay,
like
let me
that,
ask you
and
something.
Just contributed. It is a major turning point for the downfall of the NCR and the Legion.
Let me ask something though. Have you factored in this? Say House wins. Do you know what that entails? Historically? Think about it. How could House have won? What is the only way that House could have won? Even in Fallout New Vegas, what's the only way he can win?
You're not gonna like my answer. Because it's not what you're expecting. He is connected deeper to the Enclave.
Okay, but that's a whole different thing. What I'm saying is,
I know, but I'm gonna get there. Trust me, I'm gonna get there.
Tell me what you think.
Okay.
Are you gonna say you think the Enclave delivered the platinum chip?
No, the Enclave dropped the bomb.
Well, that's not the point. That the point I'm making is that what my point was that I was trying to make was that the only way Mr. House could have won in this show and have been the canon ending of New Vegas is if, which they didn't. I don't think they mentioned the outcome of New Vegas at all in Fallout 4.
No,
So for Mr. House to have won and been the canon ending, that would entail storyline and in the chronology of the storyline of the Fallout universe that the courier delivered the platinum chip. Or that someone delivered the platinum chip to Mr. House. He could have only won with the platinum chip.
Yeah,
He doesn't win without it.
I guess I'm confused. So, are you saying in the show we could probably see the platinum chip having never been delivered?
So I'm saying in this show there's two options. Either the platinum chip was delivered, or someone delivered the platinum chip to Mr. House. Because Mr. House is not getting out of that fucking cryo tube. He's not going nowhere.
Hell no.
He's not getting up on his feet.
Well, he did once in my playthrough, and then well, he never went back in. Let's put it that way.
That's the best. You just shoot him with the explosive 50 milligram, 50
Just look at
caliber.
this old crippled man. What's the most fucked up way I could kill this old
Shoot him with a
crippled
fucking
man?
explosive 50 caliber anti-material rifle bullet.
I went
best.
limb for limb on him my first playthrough. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, his
I was
voice
not a
is...
Mr. House fan my first playthrough.
No, never. I've never been a Mr. House. He talks to you like a pompous bitch. I can't wait to kill him every time.
I will say, when you do the House playthrough, you're kind of like, all right, he's not bad. Like, he's pretty cool. Like as you
He probably
keep going,
starts to grow
like,
a fondness for you as you
yeah.
do,
Okay, so
become
one of the
useful
things.
to him.
Okay, so one of the cool things I noticed it like halfway through my playthrough. I'm like, yo, wait, I don't have to talk to Victor to go use the elevator anymore. I can just go use the elevator because like once you actively take that route for House, he's like, oh yeah, you're chill, dude. Whatever,
I
whatever
think-
the fuck you want to do in Lucky 30.
I think that is actually that's a updated version of the game. So what you're thinking of is the original PS3, Xbox 360 version. And the original PS3, Xbox 360 version, it's different gameplay than the PC.
No, I'm talking when I began, like in the first couple of missions, I still had to talk to Victor to use the elevator.
Yeah, but you don't have to keep. I haven't dedicated to Mr. House yet, and I can do that in my save I'm playing through right now.
Have you killed him?
No,
Oh,
no.
Okay,
I
maybe I'm
genuinely
tripping.
because I think it's Brockflower Cave or no, it's like the Tehaticup Cave mine or whatever the fuck it is. You go up like this big mountain. It's kind of hard to get to, but it's like there's only one walkway up to it, and then there's like I think Nelson is over here. In Fallout New Vegas, you know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
And like, there's Nelson over here, and then you go right, and there's like Tehaticup. Can you Google it for me?
Yeah. Let me pull up the map.
And there used to be a thing you might remember. There used to be an NCR soldier. He's down in the mine, and he's like, "Yo, I have guys down there." And
Yes.
and the PS3 version and the Xbox 360 version of that game before they fixed it for like the new release, so you could stream it on PS3 or PS4. I mean, and you could stream it on Xbox One. Because they did updates for those, and PC they streamed like the Game of the Year edition is the updated version. They fixed that too. They fixed that so you can't ask that guy for his service rifle 100 times. You know what I'm talking about? Is your Wi-Fi messing up for you too?
Yeah, ever since I changed it around, maybe I just need to.
Oh, okay.
Since I changed the settings.
Did you ever do that though?
No, I did not know about that glitch.
I found the glitch before, dude. I found the glitch before it was even on Google. I found that glitch and like I looked it up and no one had even found it yet. I remember it was high school, so It would have been like when I was like 15, maybe 8th grade. But yeah, it was like a dialogue loop where you could goddamn, it's fucking sugar in the coffee on top of the beers making my throat just burp up.
Weak.
But yeah, there was a dialogue loop where you could ask him over and over again for his service rifle and bullets, and he would give them to you. And it was cool because like before they had DLCs, because this is I found it before the DLCs came out. So before they had the DLCs, you couldn't get the gold bars and shit. You just asked this dude for his service rifle like 600 times, and you had endless money. It was like 3,000, 4,000.
I just found my new
cash.
favorite weapon.
Yeah. Well, no, but the best is you just put them in the trash can next to gun runners and sell them whenever you need money. Did you do that?
Using the trash can as storage, yeah.
Next to gun runners.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best. That's my only storage.
Alternatively, what I do is if a vendor runs out of caps and I still want to offload items, I'll just buy all of their ammo, even the ammo I don't use, since it's weightless. It's basically a form of currency. So that's always been just like I don't really need to like store a bunch of excess shit. I can just carry around fucking thousands of rounds of different ammo.
I know. I kind of do that too, but I still have endless money. I'll buy like all the rounds. This is the only playthrough I've done where I'll do that, where I'll buy like all the rounds, even for guns I don't use, but just to stack up ammo, so you have endless ammo. It's kind of annoying, dude. Even then, I use the anti-material rifle so much that like I run out of fucking bullets.
Okay, anti-material rifle, really great to get that first shot off or a hidden shot off, but the All-American is the best scoped weapon in the game. I'll die on that hill.
Dude. No, I mean, it's not because I think the Bozar is probably better than the All-American.
Okay, sorry. Base game. Bozar's a GRA weapon. Don't get tricky with me here, boy.
The Bozar AP bullets are the illest,
you are
dude.
A Bozar.
Dude.
You're like, I'm
We're
a
talking
Bozo, and I love the Bozar.
Dude, I am. I like my kin. I fuck with my kin. Nah, Bozar's nasty. And I will say, I don't know, dude. When you're using the explosive rounds on the anti-material rifle with all the mods, that shit is crazy. And you take you use the GRX implant GRX perk.
Okay, I keep reading it and I keep just going like
it's a non-addictive shot of turbo. It's so helpful when you're fighting all the death claws.
So like how do I use it once I take the perk? Like
I use it as a sniper, so it's in your aid. It stays in your aid. You get 5 of them. You can get 5. You start with 5 of them at a time. And then the more you upgrade it, I think you get like 1 or 5 more, and then it extends the duration.
Okay, that's sick.
I've used it a couple times. I don't always spend it, but I'm going level 50 this time because I'm doing all the DLCs.
I have just gotten so good at the game. I rarely use MedX Psycho. Like
Same.
I just have hundreds of them in my inventory. I'll just sell them off periodically. Like I keep like 5 on hand.
Same, but they're nice for when you do like DLCs, like for dude, I don't remember how strong the guys were in Lonesome Road. I think that's the one with the Burn Man.
Mm-hmm. No, that's guys, Honest Hearts is the Burn Man.
Okay.
Joshua Graham.
Yeah, I just did that one. It took me like a day. I've done Dead Money, so I got to do Honest Hearts still. I got to do Lonesome Road, and are you sure? Are you sure Honest Hearts? Are you not?
I
getting
just
it mixed
started
up?
it last night.
Okay.
It's Zion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lonesome Road's not Zion.
No. Honest Hearts is the Burn Man, Joshua Graham. Okay. Yeah, Lonesome Road is the one.
What'd you do? Did you finish it yet?
Not yet. No. I'm about halfway.
You gonna force them to leave, or are you gonna kill them all?
What do you think I'm gonna do?
I would hope that you do what I did.
Murk every single one.
I'll kill all those Whitefoots, dude. White legs, dude. Fuck those white legs.
Turn them into the red legs. Bro.
Oh, dude, I'll turn them into no legs, dude. I'll fucking hit them with a mini nuke, dude.
Dude, I pull up with the fucking 12.7 submachine gun and just unbody people.
Oh my god,
I don't body, I unbody them.
What did you take? What did you take with you, by the way? I should ask you that.
Super basic. I took the Remnant's power armor, which Okay, you've done Arcade Ganon's quest line.
Yeah,
correct?
and
it is one of the hardest quest lines
it's
to
so
trigger.
annoying, dude.
But
I've been
it
trying to
has the
trigger
best
it.
benefits.
I've been trying to trigger it. Yeah, dude. Well, you can go get, other than the suit, you can't get the suit yet. But rounding up all those geezers is hilarious. That always makes me laugh. These geezers are just, oh my god,
Back in my
back in my day, just back in my daying their way to war. And
We'll remind them of a time where people used to fear a vertibird in the sky.
and you got Neil Patrick Harris fucking trying to lead them all as a youthful man. But
That is Arcade Ganon.
but yeah, it's the armor is so dope, but like he's so annoying. Just talk about your past, bro. I hate this shit. Like, I don't want to take you on every mission.
I'm a cool, mysterious gay man.
It's so frustrating, dude. I just want him to tell me. And I'll go to the stuff, like I went and got the unique Tesla cannon.
Oh, that thing's tits.
And he never fucking talks about it. He said, I haven't seen one of these vertebrates in a while. And then it's like, all right, tell me more, bro. He's like, that was a long time ago. Dude, what the fuck? Tell
The
me
vertebrate
more.
killed my father.
Tell me more. Yeah, that's been frustrating. But,
So-
tell me what else you took. You took the Remnant's armor? I took
Remnant's
power armor
Order,
myself.
12.7 submachine gun, all-American anti-material
The
rifle.
GRA?
Yeah.
Same. I didn't take the All-American. I took what did I take? I took
The 12.7 millimeter submachine gun with armor-piercing rounds is the only gun you need in the game. Let's be real.
I think I took. What the fuck did I take? I know I took the anti-material rifle 12.7, and I took my power armor. I took one of the
and
items.
like 100 sunset sarsaparillas.
Nah, I usually put all the alcohols, all the sarsaparillas. Dude, I'll drink sarsaparillas just to get them out of my fucking pocket, dude. It's the worst. But
Sell them.
nah, I'd rather just get one cap for him instead of 30. No, I've loaded up. I've loaded up on Brock flour and whatever the other thing is. So I've got
Healing
it.
powder? You're trying to make healing powder, or?
No, I'm making stim packs. So I always pick up.
put 0 points into survival every playthrough, so like I've never gotten into like the deeper crafting. I did one time, and I was like, that was useless.
Empty syringes weigh nothing, and I'll just when you go to Brock Flower Cave, it's surrounded by Brock Flower.
Oh, okay.
So you can
that's
get
fair.
that and whatever the other fucking route is to make stim packs, and then you can make like 30 stim packs at a time. Another thing that you can do is if you collect fission batteries, they're so fucking heavy, so it's annoying to carry them. But if you collect a fission battery and a conductor, after you've played Dead Money, you can make 50 counterfeit Sierra Madre chips, and you can go back to the vending machine in the Brotherhood of Steel abandoned bunker where it triggers the DLC, and you can buy stim packs with fake counterfeit chips.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that is pretty
it's pretty fucking pretty. You can buy all the shit. You can go back and buy all the hollow rifle
The
mods.
biggest
and all
problem
that.
with that is me having to play Dead Money again.
Bro, you.
I know.
It's
We are
so
always gonna
sick,
butt heads
dude.
on this, dude.
Dead Money's
you are
so
sick
dope.
for enjoying Dead Money as much as you do. You are.
It's awesome.
Is it masochist? Is that the
Dude,
term?
I like
pain?
the spooky things. I like it to
little
be
jumpy.
scared, little boy. I'll put on some fucking red lighting, put it behind my TV, and scare my balls to the wall, dude. I still get a little spooked out when Dog and God flips, and I'm just like, yo, who am I talking
So
to right
unsettling,
now, dude?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
awesome. I love it.
Fallout just
Even
gets
that the mute girl, and I get angry. It draws emotion. I get angry when Dean's talking his shit and thinking he's smarter than me, but I get real satisfied when you have the high speech thing, so you can just be like, dude, shut the fuck up. You're going this way. Shut up.
Dude, you're actually gay.
You actually suck and you're gay. Yeah. The thing is, he wasn't gay, dude. Did you read the terminals on that? Because I read all the terminals on that, and I listened to all the info too. You know what the whole Sierra Madre is about?
No.
Oh my God, let me spit to you. It's my turn to spit to you.
Okay.
All right. So first of all, do you know the Sierra Madre's casino was like not built for profit? It was not supposed to be like this grand casino that made money. That was never the purpose of it. It was built as like a monument for Vera Keys, the actress, who the owner Sinclair, the creator Sinclair, who like he's like right before you go down to the vault, like you're in Vera's room. You're in Vera's room, and Sinclair had created this whole elaborate thing where Vera could get down to the vault if the bombs dropped, because they're supposed to know. Sinclair supposedly, to some of the terminals, suggest that he, knew the bombs were going to drop.
To relate this to the show, we could say he's possibly one of the, I just call them the board members.
Yeah, I don't think he was, though. I think Sinclair was just like a Hollywood guy. I think that was his point. He was like this Hollywood, basically just like a businessman, kind of a simp. He was like this romantic. And so he built the Sierra Madre as a... this is fucking insane,
He's
dude.
trying to fuck this actress.
It's
So he's like,
fucking-
look at
dude,
this
I'm
big
getting
building I
goosebumps
built
thinking
for
about
you.
the whole thing, because I'm like tracing back in my head thinking about it. So he built a Sierra...
I love her so much, I'd build a whole fucking casino.
Dude, straight up, baby, I
I
love
hope
you.
she loved me.
People will gamble for you.
Look at this nice room.
No, so he built a casino. This is the craziest shit, dude. The craziest turn of events. The problem is Fallout has so many plot twists, but you have to read your way through them. That's always the issue with any like good RPG story. Is like you have to read your way through dialogue options to get to the actual fucking meat and potatoes of what's happening. But if you do that and you like dissect the cool shit, it tells you this. So Sinclair was basically a simp that wanted to pipe Vera, so he built her this fucking enormous, monumentous fucking casino and villa and huge community and all this shit. And the night it was supposed to open, and he sent Vera there early, okay? But what he didn't know was that Dean was using Vera to get access to the vault.
Oh,
Okay?
shit.
Dean was fucking. He was fucking Vera. And Vera loved Dean, but Dean was just using her because she's a slut. And this guy, and Sinclair was a simp for her, so put everything in her name. Everything was for her, the whole thing. Sent her there early and was going to meet her there the night that the Sierra Madre was supposed to open, and the bombs dropped the day of, or like the day before, I think the night before. So the bombs dropped, check it out, and I don't know if you remember this, but in Dead Money, everything is automated. It's all robots, all the security, all the villa, everyone. It's all automated. There's no humans. It was no, even down to the people running the casino. It's all holograms.
Because he knew it wasn't going to live through humanity, basically.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be. It was not.
Right.
It was not. It was not.
He built a casino.
No.
He built it for the end of the world.
He really didn't. He built it to last. It wasn't supposed to be. He wasn't like building it for nothing. It was supposed to be this monumentous thing, but it wasn't supposed to end in 0 days. You know what I mean? It was just like the holograms were the futuristic thing at the time. That's like the whole point of it is to be super futuristic. Like even the vendors in the community, like if you go into some of the stores, they'll have like 10,000 chips, but you can't even get them because there's no currency back and forth with the vendors. So even there, like it's all supposed to be automated. But check this out. When the bombs dropped, the hotel went into lockdown mode, and Vera got locked in her room. She gets locked in her bedroom, and there's holograms all around the hallways, basically killing anything that comes in because it went into like a lockdown mode that's supposed to like protect anyone in it, anybody who's still in it. And so she gets locked in the room, and Sinclair. And I'm kind of lost on this. When you play Dead Money again, you're gonna have to let me know what you think. But she gets trapped in her room, and she leaves message for Sinclair, and I'm still kind of confused on and if she knew that she could get to the vault or not. But she leaves the message, and then she overdoses. She like shoots up a bunch of fucking psycho and dies. You can find her like skeleton in her. You take the dress off her in her room. You gotta take that.
You take the
Take that ass off. No, it's a collector's item. It's a collector's item.
I'm going to put Veronica in it.
That's a fucking great idea. Actually,
I know what I'm touching myself to
I'm gonna
tonight.
fucking get boner later, dude. But yeah, so you get downstairs, right? Because you're going to the vault, and you've already killed the Dean at this point. You have no option. You have to kill Dean.
Right.
And Vera's dead, and you're like, you have to figure out how to get into the vault because Vera's voice is the way into the vault to open the elevator is triggered by Vera's voice saying a certain phrase. So what you have to do is you have to put the voice in the mute woman, and she says the phrase, and it unlocks it. And then you get downstairs, But I think the point is that Vera never even figured it out, that she could have got downstairs and survived.
Right, because he never met up with her.
Yeah,
she got there early. Oh.
It's either that or she because she either got locked in her suite and didn't know how to get out, or she genuinely got locked in her bedroom. I've never figured that out, and I still couldn't figure it out. I think I might have missed a piece of dialogue or something.
So do you know who the mute woman is?
She fuck. I mean, I forget now.
She's Veronica's lover.
Wait, really?
Yes. Okay, so do you understand how Big Mountain and the Brotherhood and Dead Money are all connected through Elijah?
I know. No, I know. I don't understand Big Mountain. Is it like this radio broadcast or what?
Okay, so, the DLC.
Oh, the DLC. Oh,
yeah.
no.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
So
I don't think I remember.
One of the reasons, like, you kind of hear about this, and like, I love Fallout because in the base game they
Hold
mention.
on. Wait. Let me say something real quick before you finish, because I was gonna finish this.
Okay,
up.
yeah.
When you get into the vault, you go in and you bust into the actual vault, like the safe, and it leaves a note where it says Sinclair left a note for Vera, where it's like, listen, this is all yours. Like, this should protect you. There's enough food in here. There's enough, like, anything you need should be in here until you should be safe until someone finds you. So it was a bunker for only Vera to survive. And Sinclair was supposed to come get her, but I think he died.
Yeah.
The other option
Happens.
The other option on the vault was basically a decoy for Dean if he made it to the vault. And if you select it, it locks the door behind you and you die.
Oh, no. Yeah. I did not know that.
It's crazy, dude.
That's sick.
He knew all along. He knew Dean was
Dean's
fucking. And he even in the message to Vera, he's like, you know, my heart hurts, but I loved you even through it. Like, even though I knew you were plotting with Dean, basically.
Simp.
Such a simp, dude.
Simp Mara Madre, dude.
Simp Claire, dude.
Simp Claire of the Simp Era Madre.
Yeah, Simp Era Madre, Simp Claire. But yeah, no,
it
is pretty thugged out that he's like, yeah, you thought I was fucking a step behind you. I'm 10 steps ahead of you, brother.
Yeah. And I'm saving your life.
And I'm a simp.
Fucking whore. Love you.
But I think, I'll be honest though, you'll have to tell me too because I really should have taken note of this, but I would have to read about it specifically because it doesn't really, I don't think it says it explicitly, but I think Sinclair might still be alive. Like, if he became a ghoul and didn't get obliterated by the blast, because he's not in the Sierra Madre, he's nowhere near it. He's elsewhere. Vera was waiting for him in the Sierra Madre suite.
We're probably never gonna get closure on that one.
Maybe it's in the closure. Maybe it's there and I missed it. But he might be dead already. But
probably most people pre-war dead.
But well, he never came and opened the gate. The safe, so he probably isn't alive. It's 200 years later, dead. So yeah, he's probably dead. He never came and even saw if Vera made it to the vault.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, how are you gonna say they're all related?
Okay, so, and why I love Fallout's DLCs is they always made sure there was some mention to it in the base game. Like, we hear about Father Elijah, you know, we know he got, like, kicked out, banished, left, disappeared, whatever. And then because I believe it goes Honest Hearts, Big Mountain, Dead Money, Lonesome Road. And let me make sure I have that right. Hold on.
By the way, we're getting kind of close to a stopping point, so we'll have to find a way to segue out eventually.
So, part of why I'm very confident. All right, my internet's just being gay. Part of the reason that you kind of end up in Big Mountain, what's the ties to it, is you find out that's where Father Elijah went after like leaving and getting banished from the Brotherhood. I kind of
remember that. Wait. It's not Big Mountain. Father Elijah, what you mean before Dead Money?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, and that's why everybody has the collars on their neck.
Yes, because he got them from
okay. I remember.
So Veronica's lover, the bald mute girl that we meet, she goes nice. That's the Fallout.
There we go.
She goes after him. She goes after him, and that's how he gets the colors out of Big Mountain,
I remember
and that's how
that.
they both end up in Dead Money.
I do remember that.
So it's all kind of connected in a cool way. So there, and that's just one of the things I love about Fallout is how they tie everything together, like on the back end of things.
That's why I want to talk to Josh Sawyer so bad, dude. It would be so disappointing though if we do talk to him and he's like, I really didn't know about a lot of the writing. He's like,
we were just winging it, dude.
I was kind of just like this looks good type of guy, and gave everything an overview. But he was the creative director, so he had to have like the most pull.
Yeah. Now he's just like, I just read theories on Reddit, and I'm like, yeah, that's totally what I'm in,
He
dude.
just rides bikes in Santa Clarita. Like I think he lives a very chill life. He's not far from me though. He's like maybe an hour and a half. The only problem is like AJ and I don't have a formal studio, so it's hard to be like, yeah, come on in. Like this is where AJ sleeps at night, but we should podcast here every week.
Hang out.
You know what I mean? He's like an older dude. He probably wouldn't want to do that. Plus AJ doesn't like care. It's mainly just me being a geek.
Yeah.
Which why it makes more sense for like me to just do a Zoom, but then it becomes like an interview, and it's not really like the whole thing. Like I want to have a conversation with him, not like be like, and then you did this, and I like that. Or like Chris Farley interviewing fucking Paul McCartney. He's like, was that a hoax? You know what I mean? I don't want that to be the case.
So, as we wrap up, I want to get to my larger crackpot theory of the Enclave and how what effect they have on the show of Fallout New Vegas, and that is that we get that boardroom scene where they talk about, what if we drop the bombs, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of evidence to suggest that this board, while they talked about it, they did not actually drop the bombs. They were just as taken aback by it. But why did Walter Goggins have his daughter? Why did she not? If she knew, like, why did she make sure that her daughter wasn't with her? Why did House not make sure the platinum chip got there on time? Like, there's so many things. Oh, and you also know the fat guy in the boardroom is one of the brains in Big Mountain, right? He's one of the talking heads.
I haven't played through Big Mountain yet in my new save.
Oh, okay. So
I probably remember all this shit.
The fat guy in the board, I forget which company but he's one of he's like the head brain of Big Mountain. So all of them in some capacity survive the war and live either as a robot brain or House in his cryo chamber or all of these other things. But they were so ill prepared for this, they could not have been the ones to drop it. Now we get this image of this looming figure above the board, who we later kind of like when Goggins is saying like, "There's always someone at the top. I'm gonna find out who this motherfucker is."
It's that one cheese dick guy that's always like Bill Hampton or whatever his fucking name is.
No. He's the little Robo Brain janitor in Vault 33.
Is he that guy?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I kind of thought.
Yeah. No.
Sure.
But this is the figure that we don't see, and they are the Enclave. Basically, like we kind of learned again in the show that Fallout or that Vault Tech owned America. Like we owed them so much money. It was such a massive like that they owned it. So the Enclave being and they've been ever present in every single Fallout game. Like they've had some mention. They usually are the hidden big bag. They are the most structured remnant of the U.S. government that lives. And I truly think it was the Enclave going, okay, we have to kind of get rid of the U.S. because we just can't sustain it because the resource war was pretty much done with the reliance on nuclear energy. They kind of we weren't really warring with China all that much, but we had this like horrible problem of like the looming threat. We had to keep like preparing and going for the vaults. And so the Enclave just wipes the slate clean, and they kind of manipulated the board like, oh, do your little experience, like here's how we're going to fund some of this stuff. But ultimately it is the Enclave. They are going to have a huge
you think the
part
Enclave's
in season
calling
2.
The shots on Vault Tech?
The Enclave started the war. The Enclave, it was not China, it was not the board. I'm very confident of this.
And you think that's going to be the twist of the series?
Yeah. They are the most set up
Which is a twist
post-war.
more for Fallout fans than the actual series. I'm sure the actual series will have some sort of dramatic twist, but for the OG guys, we're going to have to be like, what the fuck? Why did they tell us before?
Right. But we've also seen this 'cause also in like previous games, like the 1 and 2, like there's NCR versus Enclave in 3 and 4. Mostly 3. We see Enclave versus Brotherhood. Like they have been ever present as like kind of the behind the scenes, pulling the strings, big bads. I think we've already been introduced to the Enclave in the show. That's where the Doctor is from. They are definitely going to
The
recognize
doctor. What doctor?
the German doctor, the guy that gets his head cut off in the
Oh,
show.
right.
He
Yeah,
leaves
yeah, yeah.
Enclave.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
All
they
of
do.
California
They are.
comes back to life, and the Enclave just isn't gonna realize that's definitely their
Yeah.
fucking technology.
He is wherever he is like really futuristic too.
Yeah.
Well,
Because they were the most set up.
well,
because they were the ones that dropped the bombs.
Here's the thing, though. What about the Institute? What do you think the Institute's going to
The
come
the
in?
canon ending of Fallout 4 has to be the Brotherhood. The Institute gets wiped. They are not
So
a
you think the canon ending
sustainable
is Institute
future
getting
for
blown
the
up?
Fallout franchise.
Bro, I don't know. It's the future of the Wasteland. Like
Brother, war never changes.
Brother War never
Brother,
changes.
war never
They should just
changes.
end it right there.
Like-
Yeah. I'm gonna have to drop him with the War never changes. But
war.
yeah.
War never changes. No, but it always has been, it always will be the Enclave. They were the reason they pulled, like the guy in the dark room of the board meeting. He is Enclave. There's too much. There's too much to support it. The biggest reason the Enclave has not been able to conquer the Wastelands is they did not anticipate the absolute cult psychos that is the Brotherhood of Steel rising to power and actually like making, because basically
Brotherhood
the
of Steel
Brotherhood
are
started from
dogs,
just the army. Like they were just like the army, the remnants of the army, and like they built up and went crazy. Whereas the Enclave was just like the government side of things, and just when the bombs drop, weird disconnect there. But the Brotherhood is just more adept to fighting in the Wasteland than the Enclave, and I think that's why we see them win out a lot. But the Brotherhood is the canon ending of Fallout 3. It's the canon ending of Fallout 4. House is probably the canon ending of Fallout 5, in my opinion. Courier 6. Courier 6, new boss man. There's a lot of roads they can take, man.
You never clarify what you think. He has to have the platinum chip if it's the canon ending. He has to own it. He has to have it. So that would mean that whether it's the courier, whether it's Benny, whether it's someone else, someone in the timeline of the show, the unplayable true canon timeline of the show, of the game playing into the show's timeline, Mr. House, if he really still is in charge of New Vegas, he has possession of the platinum chip and has for 15 years.
Yes, 100% in my opinion. There
So-
is no doubt that whatever the actual ending is, the events of the platinum chip making it into New Vegas.
Hold up.
happens.
Oh wait, no, we're good. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean,
They cannot unwrite or dismiss New Vegas. They cannot. And Todd Howardson, even like he said, like recently, like New Vegas is a very important game to us. Just because it was made by Obsidian, like we love that game. It's very important to the story. We are not here to change what happened in New Vegas. So Todd Howardson has a very like firm grip on the TV show. Like he does have a lot of say. And there's one of my biggest things for why the Enclave is going to be so important is when Obsidian was making it, they wanted to incorporate more of the Enclave, and they were told,
Into the
fuck
mic.
no, they were told, fuck no, you do not get to touch the Enclave. Like seriously, they were like, okay, you can do the Arcane Ganon, you can do the Remnants, it's a small part of it, but you are not allowed, you can do whatever you want, you are not allowed to touch the Enclave.
Well, when they were
because
making New
the
Vegas?
Fallout, yeah, they said no, like, because one of the creative directors said, like, we wanted to do more with the Enclave, we wanted to incorporate into New Vegas, and we were completely shut down because Todd Howardson, like in his kind of what Fallout is the Enclave is very important. They are running the seats. He has a long-term plan for the Enclave, especially in that area, and that is why they were not allowed to touch the Enclave in New Vegas.
I mean, they do. There are missions for them.
The Remnants mission is the only one, and they had to like fight tooth and nail to get that approved.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did a lot. They did a good amount. They included vertebrate. They included all of it. It just wasn't a key focus on the game. You still have to. There's still a faction.
Yeah, but there would be
You
a
can
reason
even-
for them to say like, hey, you don't get to really touch this. We have a plan.
You can even
for
do
them.
editing where the remnants are who you take over Hoover Dam with,
Yeah.
which is like, what? Like what? I haven't even done that ending, but what is that ending?
Oh, it's sick. They literally come in on a vertibird. The
I've
whole
seen
squad
that. No,
drops.
I've seen it,
Yeah.
but I don't know. But I've seen them dropping on the vertibird, but they're helping me.
Yeah.
I've never done it where I'm like, yeah, you guys take over.
No. You cannot do that. They are not a viable faction. They are just a helping hand, just like the Boomers. Like you don't get to make them in
Yeah.
charge. They just help
Yeah.
in the final battle.
I love the boomers, dude.
They're the
I fuck
coolest.
with the boomers,
Yeah.
dude. Bunch of idiots.
Dude, getting Jack
A
that
bunch of idiots,
dude, getting Jack that sweet fucking red-haired poon.
Dude.
That I do it. That's like the first mission I do with her. I'm like, let's get that
Have
sweet
you ever
hot
done that?
ass from the Caravan Company.
Have you ever not warned them and told her to go across and they just destroy her with bombs? dude?
yeah.
You fucking
That's
fast
a safe
travel
scum.
back, yeah.
That's a safe scum.
Fast travel back and dude, just let them fucking hear them just let
You're
loose.
good. Go for it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're gonna have to do a couple of these eventually. You know what I mean? It's got to be a part one-er. But we're gonna have to call it at that because we're getting past like an hour 15, hour 10.
I could go for 3 more hours on this.
Yeah, I could go forever. I could go for a week on it. Man of Bo, thank you so much for joining me. This is the first one I've got to record since I was back. I was supposed to do a couple more, so hopefully we're gonna do a UFC one in a couple days that we're gonna release. It's gonna be Jagaleens. Gonna be Jagaloons UFC
Jagalingus.
edition. Yeah, Jagalingus UFC edition. But until then, baby, war never changes.